Hi guys, I'm Danielle and I'm going to be talking about a personal experience with fasting. I do want to encourage you, this is something that we all are taking part of in this Lenten season. But if it's never something that you've done, maybe you need to hear a good testimony of why it has been so beneficial in my life. A few years ago, it was the first time I had done a Daniel's fast. And I think I did one when I was younger and I pretty much just didn't eat like sweets or breads. Didn't really look into it a little bit more than that, which I feel like is fine. Any sort of thing that takes out something of your life and you can recognize the presence of God is a good thing. But one time I remember, and this was, I believe it was 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. I did the Daniel's fast pretty much as I could find according to how he did it. And it was taking away all luxuries. They say that you don't use oils, you don't use spices, so you eat things pretty plain. And I thought like, man, that's gonna be terrible. Like, that's gonna taste like garbage. I'm just gonna eat like raw broccoli. No one wants to eat raw broccoli. But it was actually for the season of Lent. And I just realized so acutely in my life where I had these other luxuries where I thought things needed to be pleasurable even to the palate. And things that were like, what's my comfort level of getting home and watching a funny TV show or doing something like that? I had realized it kind of strips away even the taste is a sense, and so it's one of your sense that gets disrupted for a moment, and it doesn't necessarily, your fast doesn't have to necessarily be a physical taste fast, but I do encourage you, it is one of your senses, so you do notice when your tummy's grumbling or when you want French fries and you can't have French fries. But I had noticed I didn't place anything on it other than just to be with God. And when I was hungry, I was gonna seek the face of God. When I wanted this, I was going to seek the face of God. So a fast, just for clarification, is not to get something from God. That is not the reason why we do a fast. But it did make me realize my senses as where I had just put pleasure in even food or eating. Like, I love spices when things are spicy and you have all these palettes of different tastes and whatever spices. But it had made me notice that God can be everything creative and pleasurable in my life as much as I have put that even on food. And if you've never experienced God in that way, it's an amazing thing to see how God can become every pleasure in your life. He is everything good. He is everything. It says, taste and see that the Lord is good. He is good. And his presence, it's a weird word, but it actually tastes good. It can satisfy what your soul longs for hunger, your soul longs for anything that's pleasurable that is found in the presence of God. Saying it out loud without actually doing it, it doesn't quite make sense. And I think that's where the spiritual side of you gets put into the picture, where those make sense. It's something natural and it's something supernatural, and God is in the middle of it and he can change those things. So that is my own personal experience with fasting, and I do want to encourage you, pray about it, see the things in your life that you have put pleasure in. If it's a podcast, if it's a TV show, if it is a food thing, if it is social media, work on those things and just remove them just to see how pleasurable it is to be in God's presence and to seek his face. Have a great day.